We
I'm
have
quick.
a wrestling legend.
I want to get a look at this fucking guy.
Well, no, he's got a real career. It's better to keep him. It's better.
Let me see him. Put the picture up.
Actually, do you mind if I put up a picture of you, Bruce?
No, that's fine. It will probably look way better than I look right now. So,
I mean,
fucking coming off a 6-day bender, we're good.
Day bender. That's a pretty fucking long bender, buddy.
Impressive. That's Tim Bar status right there.
All right, so you have been. Last time I saw you, you were beating the shit out of. Actually, you were exchanging blows with the king of bros, and in something that, again, I'm not a wrestling guy. You guys were exchanging chops. You weren't doing it for the crowd. You were doing it for each other. He is an ex-MMA guy, so he took great pride in his chops. He was smacking you as hard as he could, and you weren't flinching. No,
you got to be tough, man. Everybody thinks it's all bullshit. It ain't bullshit, man. Shit hurts, but you got to take it like a man. You know what? If you bitch up, that kind of like pulls your man card at that point. You know what I mean? So like Matt Riddle, bad motherfucker. That dude could probably choke me out in about 3.8 seconds. But when it comes to the chops, he ain't gonna hurt me.
Dude, so I've never seen a pinker chest and somebody who never flinched a single fucking time. And you guys did that for an hour. Nobody was watching. It was like a fucking, I don't know how to describe it, but every bit of toxic masculinity that you should have in this world, all in a private moment of two people beating the crap out of each other.
Oh, it was so much fun.
And I think glorious.
It was so much fun.
And then there were a bunch of hookers around too. And
there were, man, that was the worst party ever though, Eric. Like, remember the AC went out, we all had to fucking leave because it was so fucking hot.
Yes.
Even though we were like in the nicest fucking house in Belle Isle, and it's like, this fucking sucks. Get the fuck out of here.
The hookers were being completely ignored until your chop session ended, and then Riddle, every hooker at that point was just basically ignored. But do you still keep in touch with that dude?
Yeah, I talked to Riddle. Actually, what's funny is my girl actually keeps in touch with him more than I do, which is kind of weird. But she's best friends with Lisa, his wife, so they talk like on and off like that. And then like Riddle will reach out every once in a while. He's I took him a minute to adjust. I think he let a lot of the stardom go to his head and just started getting reckless with banging bitches. So them bitches would go on Twitter and call him names and all that. So yeah, if you look him up on Twitter, man, these bitches he's gotten reckless. He has gotten reckless.
I don't think he knows any better, to be quite honest. I met him that one day. I think that reckless would, if you were to have been the biggest star, which I certainly believe you should have been. So I believe that and we'll talk about this, but I think that you should have been a mega star in that world. You're built for that shit. But I think it was your imaging. But you guys knew all the same people. What leagues have you spent time in? Because Jimmy knows a lot about wrestling.
Basically, I was more or less I was a Southeast guy, man. So I was always like IPW, NWA Florida, Division I Pro Wrestling, anything that was going on. I even did Wild Side, which is where a lot of actually AJ Styles came from there, Chris Daniels, those type of people came from there. So I've done a lot of those Southeast promotions. Never wanted to travel. I always thought I was better than that. I was like, you know what? They're going to fucking fly me where I want to go. Unfortunately, they never flew me where I wanted to fucking go. But I thought I was better. I get that from my stepdad growing up. I had a lot of, college scholarship offers come my way for football. And it was all, my stepdad was always like, Bruce, like whoever comes for you, don't go after them. Don't chase them. Don't send them video. They come for you. Well, the biggest school to ever come for me was West Virginia and Alabama, Birmingham. And I went to neither because I thought I was going to walk on at USF and be a star. But that's a story for another day, another hour. That was, but yeah, that's pretty much always been my mentality. If you want me, come get me. I ain't going out of my way to go get you. Same with women, same with drugs, same with everything.
Did you just come from banging a T today? A T to the a tranny? Did you bang a tranny today?
No, but I need to. Let's go bang a tranny.
I think you almost banged a tranny today, and
Yeah, but felt like a great idea at like 3:00, and I was like, you know what, this is not day for good bender day 6. Tim Barr would not do this, so I'm not going to do this.
So I think I've seen a picture of a woman with a dick before. There's called lady boys in Thailand. And I've always talked about how pretty some of them are. Some of them are fucking, you couldn't tell the difference between one or the other. What happened today? How did the tea come into the equation? Where did the tea come in?
It just sounded like a great idea, brother.
So
right in my mind. I was like, it's a good idea. Let's just go do this right now.
by the way, did you hear the actual brother part? Did you grow up as a huge Hogan fan?
Yeah, I was a huge Hogan fan. Hogan was like my idol. Yeah.
Who was your number 2, 3, 4, and 5? Like who's on your Mount Everest of wrestling?
Hercules Hernandez was number 2. Because I knew him growing up, like I knew his kids and whatnot, and he was larger than life. I don't know if you remember the Mighty Hercules.
I don't.
Yeah, he was. If you look at him, like if you Google him right now, the dude was just jacked. So Hercules Hernandez, Tatanka.
Wait a second. I might know who this is. The Mighty Hercules. So this is that when you said Hercules Hernandez, I didn't know. When you said
the Mighty Hercules, he went by. Hercules Hernandez was like his name when he was in Florida and whatnot. But yeah, he was in WWE. He did a couple of matches with Hogan, did a couple things with Warrior. But yeah, that dude was fucking jacked. He had like 10 kids though.
Oh yeah,
he committed suicide.
Too much steroids, you think, and lost that test and lost the use.
I think not enough steroids. God damn it! If he'd have done more, he wouldn't have killed himself. I don't know.
That's a good point. Maybe he came off the steroids and started to get smaller, started to get depressed.
Absolutely.
How many of the major wrestlers do you think are on steroids? Like pretty much 95%.
Nowadays, no. Back in the 80s, yeah. Nowadays, probably 50. I mean, turn on the TV and look. You can go to the gym and find guys that are bigger than most of the guys on TV.
No shit.
Yeah. It's like half, maybe. You know, like they try to, like they test them and they try to keep it, standardized, but these dudes are not on it. They're all, but now it's a bunch of nerds, man. Nobody's cool in wrestling anymore. Nobody. Like back in the day, like we would just, go wrestle, beat the fuck out of each other, play fight in our underwear. We go to the bar, find some whores, maybe a tranny, and then go back and fuck them. And then nowadays, these kids don't do anything, man. All they do is they go do their stupid little wrestling, and then they play little stupid video games. Like it's dumb. It's not even cool.
The whole point of this is gone. Basically, the whole point originally was to be wild like a rock star, go get pussy and get fucked up, and they've fucked that whole thing up.
Completely, because they're all a bunch of fucking nerds. Well, no,
it's a business. It's a business. Yeah,
they killed the business.
Well, it was a kind of a business back then, but I think it came from the heart. These people were savages back in the day, 70s, 80s. They were doing this shit before Vince McMahon came and made it big. And then even the early people, they would just go because they saw something on TV that they saw on Saturday morning and start grabbing real chairs and then smashing through real tables and fucking each other up because it was fucking awesome to watch.
Yeah.
Maybe it's been watered down. Like, what do you think's happened to the business, man? Do you think people have just been society? Do you think wrestling is a reflection of how pussified society's become in the sense wrestling's becoming pussified too?
I couldn't say it any better. Yes, 100%. 100%. Wrestling is a reflection of society right now. You can't do anything edgy because it'll offend people, or you'll get, bad Twitter likes, or, you get, what do you call it? Canceled. I've been canceled so many fucking times. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, like, it's just one of those things, man. It's just like society, bro. Everybody's a bunch of fucking pussy ass Democrats. And that's the problem.
Is Vince McMahon isn't falling for the shit, is he?
No, but Vince is like 70. I think he's 73 or 74. He's like Joe Biden's age. At this point, like what he thinks is working isn't working. So, and the guys he has around him, just imagine, Eric, having people around you, they're always telling you, yo, this is great. You're doing it right. You're doing it right. You're doing it right. Even if you were fucking up.
Yeah, it's
He's got
true.
a bunch of yes men around him, so he's always going to think he's doing it right when he's really not.
That's true. At this point, I mean, after this many years of success, who the fuck's he going to listen to anymore, right?
Exactly. The dude's worth $500 million, so I mean, he's fine.
I
His
would
daughter stepped down. His son-in-law stepped down. His son stepped down. Something's going on, you know. And it's wrestling. Just it will never be what it once was in the '90s. Man, when we were watching Hulk Hogan in the fucking, you know, the black and white with NWO, that kind of shit. That was awesome. Now the shit you can just look at it. And it's aside from a few people, like you said, Riddle, Roman Reigns, people like that, they're real, but most of them are phony. You know, like you can go out to a bar and see these dudes and probably kick their ass. And that's kind of a shame, you know, like back in the day, if you were a fake fighter on TV, you had to be a bad motherfucker. Nowadays, you don't have to. And it's kind of a shame.
I was going to say they used to run these real fighting things with wrestlers, with pro wrestlers, like the WWE guy. They'd have tournaments for this shit where they put them in the ring to fight for real. And it became legendary because people would get fucked up. You know, you'd have all the guys that were quote unquote in a fake sport beating the shit out of each other, and the people that you wouldn't expect to win would end up as the champs of that.
I think that was a turning point. Is, you know, the whole wrestling's fake when they started to admit that everything's scripted, even though everybody knew to a point, you never really knew. And so their personas out of the ring kind of had to match their personas in the ring to keep up the, you know, the validity of wrestling. Now, you know, they get out of the ring, they go back, they put their khakis on and you know, go home to their, you know, their lives. They're not, they don't live it like they used to.
Yep, 100%. You are correct. 100, like, and that's the thing, and that's the reason why it's lost its whole like aura. You know what I mean? Like people like Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair. You know, the guys are like 70, 80. They still kind of live their lives. You know, still put their personalities on. But people like, you know, well, even maybe The Rock to a certain extent, but he's such a movie star now. Yeah. Like you see John Cena, this motherfucker selling out to China. Speaking, you know, people like the selling out to fucking USA TV. Like it's stupid. These dudes, like, that was my problem. Actually, that's why I got arrested.
But they're
go ahead.
They're real people. They're real people. You didn't walk into a place and happen to see Captain Lou Albano when he wasn't Captain Lou Albano, when he was with his wife and kids and acting normal. They were 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that persona.
Exactly. Yes. And that's the problem. Like, nobody's acting like that anymore. Like you're saying, you know, like you see these guys, like I said, John Cena sells out to China now. He talks Mandarin and apologizes to China because he called Taiwan a country. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, because Fast and Furious did 130 million week one in China. He sucks Chinese cock.
I don't give a shit how much money. I would never suck a Chinese cock.
Yeah, well, what if it was called a wang? Because that's, I think, what they call cocks in China.
Is that what they call it, a wang? It's
not sure about
it. These dudes literally have no morals anymore. You know, like they don't stand on. They have no leg to stand on. They just sell themselves out to anything, and it sucks. You know, even Roman Reigns, who's the top star in the industry right now, he's kind of doing the same thing, and it sucks.
The worst part too is when they do sell themselves out, China's going to take that money back if they take over. They're giving it to you as a loan. They're just going to confiscate it all if they take over. You don't own that money anymore. But
absolutely. You don't know how much money you fucking made over there. They could just be like, "Oh no, you made $3 million this week. Sorry, you made probably 300." It's terrible.
What? Go ahead, Jimmy. I know you got lots of wrestling. You know more about wrestling than I do.
No, I didn't. Go ahead.
I was gonna talk about my favorite, Andre the Giant. So when he would drink more legendary amounts and fuck people up in legendary ways. If people came thinking he was full of shit in a bar, he was Andre the Giant. He would fuck you up. He'd just throw your ass across the room. There was it wasn't that it was Andre in this position on the ring, and then he was a fake dude in real life. In real life, he'd fuck you up. He was a great wrestler as a kid that just happened to be actually the strongest, biggest, baddest motherfucker in the world in his own right as a pro wrestler. Do you see that? So everybody's become wussified. Who's the biggest star now? Does anybody even know?
Roman Reigns, definitely. Roman Reigns is the biggest star right now. And I mean, he's a badass. He's good looking. He's The Rock's cousin. He's probably the biggest star, I would say.
Does he deserve it or no?
No, I think he does. I mean, dude, at first, if you'd asked me 5 years ago, no. But now, yeah, he's good. He's really good. He's really good.
He's earned it.
Absolutely, yeah. He's just a star, man. Like when somebody, he would be the guy, like if you were just sitting at Outback or whatever and the dude would walk in, you would look at him and be like, whoa, who is that guy? You know what I mean? And you don't get that nowadays with wrestlers. You would just, oh, that guy's a wrestler? Really? What? No way. But when Roman walks in, he'd be like, okay, I get it. This dude he looks like a star. So yeah, he's 100% a star.
Did you ever have an opportunity to join one of the big leagues and fuck it up by being just a complete disaster?
Well, that's a loaded question, but yes, I did.
Yeah.
I had a week tryout at what they call it was Deep South Wrestling at the time. It was in Atlanta, and that's where all the developmental people went, right?
Yeah.
So I went down there, being Bruce, thinking I was way better than everything.
Yeah.
I should be better. And just went down. I killed it.
I wouldn't say better. You just know that you're tougher. Like, you're more real and tougher. When you say you're better, you're not walking around thinking that you're better than other people. You just know that you're a badder motherfucker.
Well, I think I'm better than the opportunity they're positioning to me. So I guess we kind of And I just went in there like a cocky bastard and had a great week. I had a great match on TV, whatever. Had a couple more draws after that. They just didn't like my attitude. They also only wanted to offer me $500 a week in 2006. I'm like, listen, I have a wife. I have in St. Petersburg, Florida. I have a condo in St. Petersburg, Florida. I make $1,000 a week at this point. Like, I can't do that. So that was kind of my in and out. It was a quick in, quick out. I couldn't do it. And I also wanted them to sign my wife, who was Amy Love. You can find her online too. She was hot. She was my ex-wife.
Let me see.
She was a wrestler. Yeah. But yeah, just, it just kind of never came to fruition after that.
Were you guys swinging as a wrestling couple? Because I can't picture you in a monogamous relationship.
Back then, bro, I was so monogamous. You have no idea. It was crazy.
I'm looking at your ex-wife right now. Let me grab a picture for the crew.
She's skinny as hell.
Yeah, she's skinny, man. I'm shocked.
Yeah, good looking girl, man. She was like 5'11". Good looking. The girl thought she was fat too. That's the funny part. But she was not fat at all. She was tiny.
You got her with some self-esteem issues, took her down. Are you still in touch with her or no?
No, I haven't talked to her in a couple of years. But she's doing good from what I understand, which is good. I'm actually cool with both of my ex-wives. Believe it or not, I have two. Cool with both of them. So no kids or anything. So nothing to deal with. Owned property with both of them. When I got a divorce, we split them both down the middle. So it was easy. 2 easy marriages, 2 easy divorces, man. I can't complain.
I don't mean to bring back good and bad memories, but that's that in the background. Can you see it or no?
Oh yeah, she's so hot, isn't she? Look at her.
Yeah,
I remember when she got that made. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's her.
No, this is actually Holly.
How old are you, Bruce?
43.
43.
How fucked up is your body after beating the crap out of it for that many? You started wrestling at what, 25?
No, 20? 19 or 20.
Shit. Yeah. And you've been doing it in gymnasiums, fucking low grade, high grade, whatever. You've been just going at it.
Dude, I've done it in fucking dirt lots. I've done it in 20,000 people arenas, I've done it everywhere, man. It's it kind of built who I am. If there's one regret in life I have, it's probably wrestling, but it helped build me to be the person I am today, and also helped me meet a lot of good people. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for wrestling, Eric, I probably wouldn't even know you because I wouldn't know Scumbag Tim.
Is Scumbag Tim still doing announcing?
Yeah, he is. Oh my God, he's sober now, dude. He doesn't drink or anything.
No fucking way.
Bro, 5 months now. I started it in January, and I was like, I'm going sober. Yeah, that shit lasted like 60 days, and he's been ever since, man. The dude he's on the right path. Tim is a changed man.
He
Changed
must
man.
he must have gotten busted with something terrible because
No divorce, man. You know how divorce does.
he got divorced.
Getting there. Whoop.
Yeah, no, his wife is a sweet little angel, and he's such a savage. I could imagine he probably got busted doing something horrible.
What?
You know?
Come on, he's gotten busted doing the worst shit ever prior to this. So it was just I think he just got tired of it. You know, like we went to Tortuga back in November, which was down in Miami. Like I got his wife's ticket, so I was the wifey. You know, we got VIP, we got all you could drink, whatever. We met a lot of cool people. I think it was kind of an awakening for both of us. We were like, man, like we have a lot of life left to live, you know?
Yeah.
And we both kind of stopped. We laid off the drinking, and then I completely stopped, and he completely stopped, and he
drinking
stayed completely stopped, and I did not completely stop. I went after 60 days. So
it wasn't the drinking necessarily that was the issue. It was the massive amount of cocaine.
Well, he actually doesn't do that either.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that was the main issue, but maybe the drinking led to the second part. And
completely, because I mean, I would never do cocaine without drinking, you know? If you put a line in front of me, I'd be like, I don't give a shit. But if you give me some, you know, a shot of whiskey and it's like, do the cocaine, I'd be like, okay, let's go.
The bourbon. What have you been with the 7-day bender? How did this start, and when did it start? I mean, clearly 7 days ago, but walk us through your last 7 days of your life. What have you been doing the last 7? Because like I've always said, a week in your life is like a year in most people's lives. What have you been doing?
Let me figure it out. Okay, so you want to hear the whole story?
Yes, I do.
All right. So Thursday, I started having a sore throat. And then Friday, I went to the doctor. They said I had COVID. I was like, what? Get the fuck out of here. I don't have COVID. So then I just started drinking. Then Saturday came. and
that's what I thought.
I guess I still had COVID, so I just kept drinking. Then Sunday came, kept drinking. I literally, all right, so my girl Jess had a party at her house. Had a Memorial Day party for everybody, right? Yeah. I couldn't even go to my home Memorial Day party because I fucking had COVID. So
I saw that you were literally, you're like, I've never been to the hospital. I'm going to the thing. And people are like, are we still coming to your house in 2 hours?
I wasn't there, so they were fine. They had plenty of Lysol. They were good. Yeah. So then, so ever since then, I guess I just kept drinking. It didn't stop. That's how my bender happened. I don't even know. Don't ask me what happened in between because I don't know.
So your bender was caused by a diagnosis of COVID. Is that what you're saying?
Fucking doctor. It's all Dr. Fauci's fault. It's Dr. Fauci's fault.
I love that because most people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna die." You're like,
"No,
okay, I'm gonna take bourbon shots. Just shoot right through this,
dude." Literally, the first thing I did was I went to Publix without a mask. Oops, and bought 2 bottles of Jack. I was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have fun."
All those tests are wrong, by the way. So there's like a 90% chance that your test was incorrect, although you may have had it for real. But they always tell you, that you have it, even if you don't.
Oh, of course, it adds the Fauci's numbers.
Adds to all the numbers, but those tests are all flawed and shit. So you just started fucking drinking straight through. And so how many girls have you banged in the last week?
That's a loaded question.
Well, it depends on how filled up she was.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on this one in case any of those poor young innocent souls are listening.
What was the oldest one that you banged this week?
Oh God! Now you gotta fucking no. It was like my age at 44, 43.
Okay. Was she a grandma or no?
No, I only have one grandma.
And what was the fattest one that you banged this week?
I have no idea.
How much did you?
That's awesome.
What do you think the fattest? How much would you say the fattest girl you've ever banged weighed?
If I could roll her on a scale,
If you were to put her on a
2012.
200 plus,
Oh, easy. Yeah. I would go 3 plus. I would go 3 plus. on
three
that.
plus. So can you describe her like try to describe her in the best possible terms, because we don't want to disparage her. We don't want to fat shame her. But
Oh,
she's-
there's other factors. No, every girl's got their beauty. It doesn't matter.
correct. So she was how tall?
She actually, this bitch was an Amazon. She was like 6'2".
6'2".
Dude, if you looked at her in the face, you'd be like, God damn, she's hot. But when that bitch climbed on top of you, that shit fucking hurt.
You felt it. You felt the weight.
Oh yeah. She was a big bitch.
It felt like Bobby the Brain was on you, or
No, Bobby the Brain's tiny. It felt like Andre the Giant was on this shit. Get Gone Bundy.
So did you just looked at her face and we're like, wow, she's attractive. She jumped on.
No, she actually was, believe it or not, very like proportionate. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you didn't look at her and go, oh my God, that's a fat slob. Like, that's just, you would just look at her and be like, that's a big bitch.
Dude, 6'2", 300. It's like Warren Sapp.
Yeah.
mean,
Well,
Warren
it depends on where their muscle is. Warren Sapp was like 340. But
No, Warren Sapp was a good, like, he was low 300s. He was like
Was
low
he?
300. Yeah, he's low 300s. So you
he's a
banged Warren
lazy
Sapp.
fuck, though. He was like, I used to be 300 at 6'4", so
He was a
That
little
was a good
rotund, like he was a little soft looking for 300,
yeah.
but 6'2", 300. I mean, that's a defensive end in a 3-4 or a
Not anymore.
tackle in a
These
4-3.
motherfuckers now are going 240 at defensive end.
Oh, no, they're bigger. Yeah, they're big. Oh,
No, they're smaller, bro.
Well,
They're
no,
fast.
hey, those are the ends at the 4-3.
Yeah.
3-4. They're like 300 pounders.
In the middle, yeah. We got Big Will. Big Will's 280. Sue, yeah, Sue's 290. Yeah, you're right.
All right, I hate to do this to Jimmy, but I have to, because the Tampa Bay Bucks just signed defensive end, defensive tackle out of Chicago,
I saw that.
Akeem Hicks, who was an old Pro Bowler 2017, and Dalakan Sue, who I love to pieces because he's a nasty, strong, mean son of a bitch.
He's a fighter.
He's a fucking monster fighter. They could have picked him up for half that cost. Do you think that that's a sign that that he's out, or do you think that that's actually a way to entice him to come back?
I can't answer that question because I don't know. I would think, you think Sue wants to play football because that motherfucker just wants to beat people up. But
He likes to fight. Yeah.
maybe he's over it, bro. I mean, the dude has made what? He's made over $120 million in the league this year, like in his lifetime.
Yeah.
And Sue's not a dumb guy. He always does. He always has little side business ventures. He even tried to get Aaron Rodgers on board with one of his side ventures. Like, he's a pretty legit guy. So I don't know. Maybe he's just over it.
Yeah.
I would be over it.
At some point you have enough money, you understand what the abuse and the risks are. Maybe you have kids, you're like, shit, I want to be able to play with them. Do you know who Jermaine O'Neal is?
Yeah, he was a basketball player, right?
He was a basketball player. So
For the Heat.
he was being brought back to the Heat to play with LeBron and fucking Dwayne Wade with his trans kid.
Yeah.
And so he was like held to a 6% or 8% body fat thing, and the Heat had offered him a contract, and he told this story the other day I thought was fucking funny. He was in his pantry and he had been offered, he's like, the Heat have an 8% body fat thing, and I looked at these M&Ms or Oreos. Yeah, I looked at these Oreos, and the Oreos looked back at me and he said, fuck this, I'm not doing this anymore. He was 31 years old with like $100 million. The Oreos talked to him and he said, fuck this. And he just started eating the Oreos. He's like, I'm not signing that contract. So the Oreos talked him out of joining the Heat team.
Hey, bro, when you got enough money, man, fuck. I mean, how much is enough, How much can you actually spend? Give me like $5 million. I will make sure I won't spend it all.
I was going to say, it's not that much. It's not as much. These guys got enough for the rest of their life.
Exactly.
with inflation.
Especially if they do it right. You know what I mean? Like, especially they have the right people around them. Like, that's what I do actually in real life. I'm a banker, so I help people, invest their money and shit. Yeah, great.
Actually, you've been a banker for a long time. You're a badass banker. You and I have talked about that, which is fucking funny to me because you're able to balance being a savage and actually understanding what the hell you're talking about in the banking world. How is business going there? And how the fuck do people deal with you in a banking community? Because I've been in that community. It's pretty uptight.
Yeah, they don't like me very much.
I didn't think so. But they're scared shitless and completely perplexed by you, aren't they?
Yeah, I'm all about more. And here's the thing: like, ever since the whole fucking fake COVID-19 shit happened, you can't be more in person with people, so that sucks. But when they see me in person, they trust me. You know what I mean? Because I talk to them like a human being. I'll cuss in front of them. I'm the most unprofessional motherfucker you ever meet. But I think the people like us. Like, if it was me and you, Eric, walking into a bank and wanted to get our money invested, I'd much rather the guy that talked like a piece of shit like I am invest my money than somebody else.
Well, they know you're not lying. That's
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to lose your money, motherfucker. Like, we got this. We're gonna do it.
Yeah. So, there's no bullshit to you.
Exactly.
Even if you tried, you'd be terrible at it.
Oh God. Awful. Terrible. I can't bullshit, dude. I'm the worst bullshitter ever. Contrary to what people think about wrestlers, I'm the worst. I'm terrible bullshitting.
So I asked
Bruce, you ever get into it with anybody on the street? And how do you handle something like that if you do?
Oh, that'd be frightening. But that's a good question. Has anybody ever tried?
I would think.
I wish that we could pull Jennifer Jensen, my ex, into this call right now because she can tell Jennifer. You so many stories. She could tell you so many stories. No, literally, people will fuck with me left and right.
Are you serious?
I don't. I'm like, I don't engage. She's like, I don't know how you do it. I just don't engage. I'm like, you know what, God? Hey, bro, cool, good. I mean, there happened the one time
You can't.
I had a warrant out for my arrest. The one time I did engage, so. It probably wasn't good to engage anymore.
Dude, I've been around for a long. Nobody fucks with me, and you're way more intimidating looking than I am. I guess, but also you're also more you're more verbose. I think you wear like overalls and show off what a bad fucker you are, and I couldn't do that.
I wear fuck your Biden shirts.
Yeah.
Eric, we just had a fucking guy mess with Mike Tyson on a plane. So
thank you. Yes.
People will do anything for whatever reason their personal reasons are.
That's a good point. Yeah, but
and Mike fucked him up, thank God, and got no repercussions for it, which is good.
That was fantastic because he did the right thing. But
again, Mike's a man.
Bruce, what are you 6? What are you 6'2", 6'3"? What are you
6'4", 275.
275. Yeah, all muscle. And bald. Look, I tried to actually do my hair similar, but yeah. So people used to fuck with you on the street.
You have a hot wife though, Eric.
Oh fuck yeah. I don't fuck around. Yeah.
I love your wife. She's so hot.
Dude, she's brilliant. She's hot.
How much money did you pay for her?
I wish there is no amount of money that I could say that would be worth that, but also peace of mind. Sweet, kind, brilliant.
Is she what? She's Ecuadorian or?
She's Haitian, Dominican, Lebanese, Cuban, and
holy fuck.
Awesome. Yeah, awesome. Just
you bought her from the fucking range.
I bought her from a regime in Haiti, paid like
she's a Benetton.
She is gorgeous though. She is gorgeous, bro. Like, hats off to you, my man.
Listen, I mean, yeah, when you're a dumb fuck like me and you latch onto something like this, you don't just let it go and be like, oh, I'm gonna go run around and bang some twos in Florida. They can't spell their names. We've seen them. Listen, we all love dumb girls. Don't get me wrong, but they're
we do.
Sexier than a smart one that knows her shit. So who are you dating now? What happened? I think last time I saw you, were you with Jennifer or no?
Yeah, me and Jim were together. Like, that's my best friend in the world, man. It's
She's
just,
fucking awesome. Dude, she's awesome.
dude, she is the best. Like, there's nobody, I will never, in this world, there was nobody ever better than Jennifer. You know, she got me, you know, we got together when I was at my lowest. And she was there to save me, but you know, just
how did she save you? How that's kind of interesting. Like, how did she save you? Like,
all right, I don't know. Well, I mean, all you have to do is Google my name and you see I got arrested. I was the first guy to ever get arrested for a Facebook post, which is awesome.
Are you serious?
Really?
Yeah, legit. Look up my name. I was the first guy to ever get arrested for a Facebook post.
Well, we're trying to hide your name, so offline. I don't want to announce it here, but so tell us about the Facebook post. But let's not. I want you to be able to talk freely without the banking community. No.
So basically, the guy that pulled my ex over, who came and picked me up from the strip club with my friends, was trying to bang my ex. And I grew up with him. We played Little League Baseball together. We were little rivals and whatever. And I said something and I posted on Facebook like a fucking drunken idiot. I was like, oh, $100, take this motherfucker out as a joke. But it became national news.
Well, you could have said take him out for a date and to give him a blowjob. I mean, for $100, who wouldn't want to do that, right?
Right? $100, $100, right?
Right.
But yeah, so that's kind of how
so
that
they took that to mean that you were ordering a hit on somebody.
Oh,
clearly.
Whoa, yes, bro, yes. I literally was treated like I was a goddamn fucking terrorist.
Don't they realize that you could do that yourself if you really wanted to?
Dude, they did not realize I would have done it right there had I wanted to.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's like
I literally did it as a joke with a LOL emoji, but
oh Jesus Christ, LOL emoji should be an immediate discharge.
Yeah, I agree. LOL emoji discharge.
It's like that's horrible. That's like and by the way, free Cain Velasquez. That fucker should be out on the street.
Oh my God, he was doing the world a favor.
He's doing God's work. What a great
Is he still in jail?
Yes, they won't give him fucking bail. They're let everybody out on bail in California except for a guy who did
because he's not a liberal. They don't want to let a fucking Republican out of jail.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it works. Actually, let me. I put this together for the show for Jimmy. I thought you'd appreciate it real quick. Let me do this.
All you fucking liberal trash out there, all you Joe Biden dick sniffers watching this motherfucker after I knock your finger. You all can suck my big old fat, thick, part Irish, part Italian salami cock worthless butts.
I love it.
So that is. Have you looked into Rough and Rowdy, Bruce?
No. What is that?
It's in West Virginia, and let me educate you on this because I think that this might be something that you and I have to recreate here in Florida. This is something. So one of my
look at that picture in the background though.
Of you?
I used to bang both of those chicks in front of each other. Just so you know.
What's the most amount of girls you've had at one time in the same bed?
4.
That's pretty fucking impressive. I
literally have great stories.
Do you know how many fucking threesomes I blew by
fucking tell them?
Tell them. Yeah, tell. How did you get 4 in there? Tell that story.
Well, ecstasy.
Yeah. that is how it works, right? For me, it was mushrooms. Mushrooms work for that.
No, ecstasy. Ecstasy was totally ecstasy. Hey, yo, when you got a girl that's down like Jessica, my girl now, so down. She'll fuck anything and everything. Like, she had this whole, like, duel with this chick that I was banging on the side. Then they came to, and then, ended up happening. And then another one came in, and then another one came in.
Dude, that's amazing. We were thinking about doing relationship advice on this show with like real men. You should.
Yeah, I'm a real man though.
That's what I mean. Like, you should join for our relationship advice panels when we
be on the panel.
You should be on the panel to help.
I should be the panel. Guide
them through their trials and turbulence.
I would like to be the panel. Can I just be the panel? That'd be great.
Yes. So can you see? Let me make sure you can see. Can you see my screen?
Is that Jake Paul? No.
The cemetery's taking boxing classes at LA Fitness. He's fucking the women in class.
Oh God damn it! I love it.
Dick,
Grandma's.
Oh,
the cemetery.
I feel like
So he is.
The cemetery's taking boxing classes at LA Fitness. He's fucking the women in the boxing class.
Grandma's big dick booty daddy. Now, is that his grandmother?
It better be.
Is that a grandmother that wants to?
Who is that?
Big dick? Oh, we got people giving him finger.
That is the hottest guilt ever.
Keep in mind, he doesn't just talk shit at the fighters. He talks shit to the residents of West Virginia. He calls them inbreds. He says he'll Ron test anyone in the crowd.
Here from the cemetery.
He said he'll Ron Artest the crowd.
so he said, "Oh, Ron Artest the crowd." Now wait for it. Let me show you.
He says he's gonna Ron Artest the crowd.
he's gonna Ron Artest anybody in the crowd. Look
He's
at
gonna beat the shit out of the crowd. That is amazing.
this is the greatest production in history. I'm telling you. This
Oh, he's a rough and rowdy guy. So was he a Barstool guy or?
Barstool's involved in this, but one of my best friend's cousins owns this whole thing.
Okay.
He's Lang. So we should first of all, we should talk to him, but if
Why can't we get me a fight? What the fuck?
that's
I'm a
what
goddamn legend.
I'm talking about, dude, you would crush it. But look at, I'm trying to find some of the shit that's in here. Look at it's so squirrely. It's amazing. Let me find.
Barstool is like the best thing on Snapchat. That's all I watch on Snapchat is Barstool.
Yeah, they're somehow involved in this, but
Did you ever box at all?
Yeah, I did back when I was 16, 17. My dad got me into boxing kind of to help with my footwork for football. So I can still box. I mean, but yeah. So I could.
You're 6'4"?
Yeah, 6'4", 275 right now. Yeah.
God damn,
I can
you'd
get
wreak
down
some
to
fucking
260
havoc.
or I could get up to 290. Doesn't matter. Whatever anybody wants me to be at, I'll be at it.
here you go. Check this out.
You asked, and here she comes. Oh, it's Goldberg. Oh, no. That was a Goldberg spear.
Oh no!
Oh, the madness. We're going to need
That is
replay
ridiculous.
of the Goldberg
Forever.
spear.
We're gonna need to NFT that.
Here comes the spear. Goldberg.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous.
Dude, the whole production is fantastic. Here you go. Midgets.
It's entertaining. Oh, bro, I love it.
Fighting world.
Big Fun's very short.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Barstool Sports.
Look at his tiny arms.
Rowdy, May 20th. Hi, Dylan Michaels is the baddest midget in the game.
But all I can
This is the shit, dude.
Look at his tiny arms. Those are great.
I'm telling you, this is the world needs more of this. All this high quality production. This is what the world fucking needs.
Yeah, because the fucking world's a bunch of fucking, they're afraid to, offend anybody. Look at me. I'm a fucking pretty bad motherfucker behind you with two curly haired fucking Puerto Ricans.
Do you know what this would do in Florida? Like, Florida
It would do huge numbers, is what it would do.
midgets were so popular here that they had to ban dwarf tossing in Florida. They had to ban.
Wait! They banned the dwarf tossing.
They had to fucking ban it like it was because it was so
fun. Just
fucking
throw the
awesome.
little fuckers.
Like the dwarf, like literally, you know what it is? We're gonna help the dwarves by taking away their job opportunities. Basically, this is before DeSantis. This decision was made way before.
Yeah, DeSantis would definitely not be for banning dwarf tossing at all.
100%. He would never take away
DeSantis would be
dwarf
like, more
opportunities.
dwarf. Let's raise them. Let's give them $25 an hour.
Yeah, he'd be like, you need to put padding down and extend the
Yes.
extend.
Go farther. And yeah, like let bigger people throw them. It'd be so much more fun.
Have
Dude,
you
DeSantis is our Jesus. If we are religious people, DeSantis, I grew up with him, believe it or not. I played baseball against him, played football against him. He went to Tarpon Springs High School. I went to Lakewood. Like, Ron DeSantis is my dude. Like, if I walked up to Ronnie D and I was like, yo, Ronnie, he'd be like, oh, shit, there's Bruce. 100%.
fucking way? He knows who you are.
Yes, 100%.
That's
1,000%. You
Fuck
send him a
off.
fucking picture of me. He'd be like, fucking Bruce.
Dude, he is the greatest across the board. Period.
I love Trump. Don't get me wrong, but fucking, you put Ronnie D in there. I'm going Ronnie D. I'm going Ronnie D.
I'll tell you why Ronnie D way over Trump. Ronnie D hasn't made a bunch of shitty decisions on who he surrounded himself by.
Exactly.
Trump's put one asshole after another in power positions that we're now dealing with. Ronnie D's done none of that. Ronnie D doesn't make bad decisions. Ronnie D's he's batting 1,000.
Oh,
like,
dude. That motherfucker hits home runs. Just throw that bitch fresh over the plate. Boom. Out of the park.
Popping them out. And when the media comes and fucks with him, Ronnie D just pops it right. Pop.
He destroys them. Destroys them. It's amazing.
I would like to see, and I really don't want Ronnie D to run for president because I think it's all rigged. I
don't either.
Yeah, I want him to be in Florida, but I would love to see Kayleigh McInerney and fucking oh Jesus, you know who I'm talking about, Kayleigh, the old
the Trump girl, Kelly McEnany.
McEnany, and why can't I remember her name? She's one of my favorite.
Candace Owens.
Candace Owens, oh my God. The two of them together as president and vice president.
Oh, dude, what can you bitch about? They're both females. One's black. What can you bitch about now?
Both fucking hot. They're both.
Oh yeah, I would think
brilliant.
Kelly McEnany.
They're
Candace
both
hot.
Fucking brilliant. They're both.
Jesus, she is so amazing. I love her. Any chick that's a Republican, to me, it's just like so beautiful, like
it's sexy.
He gets it. See, sexy, beautiful.
Can you imagine dating a far left, like let's say it's a eco-socialist liberal, but she's a 10. Got a perfect.
No.
Her pussy's perfect. Her tits are great, but she's eco-communist. Can you find it in your heart, if your penis is telling you this girl's a 10, to fake for a few minutes in order to get pussy?
Nope, could not. 100% could not. Could not.
Yeah, I couldn't do it either. That's a
I would much rather deal with a 5 that has common views than a 10 that's hotter than whatever would not.
You're talking about just banging them out? Fuck that.
Yeah, just banging them out.
I couldn't keep it up.
Shit, I could.
So here's the scenario. AOC, you know who she is.
Of course. She looks like one of the Puerto Ricans I have on my arms right there.
Let's say, all right, here's the scenario. All right. So AOC is at a place you haven't thought about banging her, but you know she's hot. Her friend comes over to you and goes, AOC finds you to be so attractive, so fucking hot. She wants to meet you. She just doesn't have much time, but she just wants to bang you. You've got an introduction, and you know she wants to fuck. You've got 5 minutes of horse shit before you can bang AOC. Can you hold it together with enough shit to be able to say that you put it down her pipe?
Already happened. Kelly Clarkson, 2006.
You banged Kelly Clarkson?
Yeah, I sure did.
Good
Same situation.
No fucking way.
Yes.
How was she? Was she pretty?
Yo, she's a fucking slut.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean,
dude, like legit. Like the whole when she came out with the "I Don't Hook Up" song, I was like, this fucking bitch, really? Yeah, she is.
You're starting to fuck things up for me because I'm a huge Kelly Clarkson fan.
Oh, dude, she wasn't. It was like 2006.
I'm fucking with you, man. I'm kidding.
Oh, it's great. It's great, dude. She looked good. She was a little overweight at the time, but she wasn't like huge Kelly Clarkson. She was like a little overweight Kelly Clarkson.
Did she have the Playboy pussy, the penthouse pussy, or the hustler pussy?
I would say more of the Playboy pussy. She had a good pussy.
Dude,
she was literally like rushing it. She just wanted to get off, and then didn't even care if I got off. Finally, I did. Thank God.
Did she jump on top, or did she like it?
Brother, literally, I was there doing I used to do special security type shit. And she called me in. My boy's like, yo, Kelly wants to meet you. I met her. She's like, you're beautiful, whatever. I was like, oh, thanks. This is great. And then one thing led to another. She pushed me down, gave me a water, and then we were at it. And yeah, about 5 minutes later, it was over.
But was it in like a closet? Was
No, it was in it was at the fucking the hotel, Hard Rock Tampa. It was after her show.
Dude, Hard Rock Tampa is a very romantic place. I've been there.
Yeah, sure it is. Except when you have Kelly Clarkson and 5 other fucking security people outside the fucking room, it's great.
Oh, so you only had a few minutes to bang.
Oh,
around.
dude, it literally was 10 minutes in and out.
Well, I think that's actually perfect for women. There was a period of time where I used to pride myself on time and longevity. And I was told, first of all, I'm not very good in bed, but I used to put in a lot of effort.
Yeah.
And then I realized that the more effort I put in, the less pleasure they had. So now I'm shortening it to the least pleasure for them as possible and focusing on me so that I can have fun.
You gotta focus on yourself, bro.
Another loss for the women's movement.
Again, women have ruined it. That is, they've taken.
Women have ruined themselves. It's their fault.
We were just talking about this. Go ahead, and run with that.
Who, me or him? Let him run.
You,
with it. It seems like
you.
fucking
the
women,
women's
like
movement.
legitimately, they all just, they think they own everything. No, they don't. They love every single one of them. Love to be treated like whores. All of them. Everyone. I have not met one that does not love to be treated like a whore.
Even Kelly Clarkson.
No, she treated me like a whore.
Good for her.
Fuck her. I
That-
don't like her anymore.
That's women. But well, come on, that's women power,
I
right?
don't like
Did you make
Do you ever jerk off to her music or no?
brother? That was the best 7 minutes of my life. Not gonna lie.
Dude, have you banged any other celebrities?
No, Kelly was the biggest one.
Yeah, that's a big name. Like that's
Yeah, she's really big right now too. You see how big she is?
Is she fat?
Oh my God, Kelly's like 350.
Dude, you should bring her back.
She's raking 400 at this point.
Jesus.
You got to get her back in the fold, man.
Hey, since I've been gone.
The poor thing, man. You took her down and she hasn't recovered. Oh my goodness gracious.
It was the whole American Idol thing actually made her lose weight. Like she didn't want to. She's a big girl, believe it or not. But
oh my goodness, she is very, very rotund. Oh my.
What do you think of Tina Turner?
Jimmy wants to fuck Tina Turner. Yeah.
Oh God, why?
Jimmy,
Don't
like,
taint yourself.
That's the sexiest bitch on the planet.
You think Tina's the sexiest? Like what Tina though? Like Tina, like which one? Like 1985 Tina or
5-year-old black Tina?
Yeah,
Right?
fucking Beyond Thunderdome.
Okay, yeah, I get that. All right, I'm on board. I get it.
That's a bad bitch.
All right.
Yeah, she was bad on Thunderdome. Yep, I get it.
I mean, would you rather bang Tina Turner now or Johnny Cash 1982?
Jesus Christ. Options, please.
So, choice. I mean,
I'm gonna go home. Yeah, I'm going home.
Answer the question.
question.
Hey, listen, I said that was a terrible fucking no. I'm not.
What is the girl?
Johnny Cash.
What is the girl with the biggest cock that you've ever slept with? Is it like you? Because these trannies that you're with, we'll call them lady boys or cotoys because Thailand's very progressive. What is the biggest penis you've seen on a female that's attractive?
Tim Barr, huge penis.
What a great answer. He loves running around naked too.
He's such a weirdo. Yo, he looks great now though, man. Not gonna lie. Might have to bend him over and put it inside of his penis.
If he ends up doing what he wants, because he's always wanted to be an announcer for the WWE, WWF, whatever the fuck's around. By the way, is WWF still a thing or no?
WWE, they call
WWE,
it.
yeah.
He's actually in MLW, which is Major League Wrestling. He does that. He does the soccer team too, though.
Yeah, he's been big into announcing. He's taking that shit seriously. Like,
yeah, dude, he does the what is they call it, the Orlando soccer team. He does them. No, he's doing good, man. He's really good. He's doing good.
I'm really happy to hear that. Yeah, like he's a.
I can't believe Beans. I missed you for like 5 years. Where have you been? You decided to get off Facebook like all the other liberals.
Well, I had to because I was in the midst of being a real, person, and I say a bunch of dumb shit. So
Me too, always.
I sold texting base, so now I can say all the dumb shit I want.
Wait, you sold that company?
Let me ask a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. What you got?
Pardon me if you already said this and I fucking forgot. How'd you guys meet?
A party with hookers and blow.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking hookers and drugs. Every fantasy draft we did was just hookers
and blow.
and blow. And I would not do the blow or the hookers, but I would love to be around both the blow and the hookers. For me,
literally, Eric was like the man. I love Beans. Like I was always like, this dude is awesome.
I like to be around chaos. Like for me, people that are not chaotic are very boring to me, which is why I love Bruce so much. Fucking maniac.
My life is chaos.
Yeah, Eric's he's awesome, but he's also everywhere. Everybody knows him. There's a story behind it, and hookers and blow is a good story. So I'll take it.
A large number of people despise me. Some people like me, and that's fine. I'll take that ratio.
You're definitely number one. You're the GOAT as far as my most hated friend.
How dare you? Jimmy would hate him. He's so awesome.
Oh man, like everybody I know hates fucking Eric Beans.
Yeah, because I say things that they don't like. Yeah.
He fucked their dog or something, or did
Eric,
something.
stop fucking dogs.
I have never fucked a dog.
I have not a real dog, but it might have looked like a dog.
Yeah, that's true. Jimmy does happen to know a lot of girls that apparently did wrong back in the day, and to those women, I'm not sorry at all. Go fuck yourself, you a bunch of whores. You should have kept your pussies to yourself. Each and every one of you have a lesson to be learned that's been taught by me, and I'm glad to have taught it to you. And God bless each and every one of you for your whore tendencies. And thank you for your time, your energy, and for all your friends that were kind enough to give it to me. Jimmy, do you have any other last words?
Well, that's exactly why my mother hates you.
That's a sarcastic speech, by the way. What am I supposed to do? Coddle these poor things that 25 years ago I made a mistake. Every girl that slept with
Is this great fucking show over? Or are we going all night? What is going on?
If there's a girl that doesn't regret sleeping with you, have you really done what you were supposed to do?
No, I guess I better.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this up. I think we've done every horrible thing we can do here in a misogynistic way.
Hey, can we get Bruce back sometime?
We have to. Bruce, you have to.
I should be on every fucking week. I'm amazing. I at least 3 people watch because of me.
I don't care if nobody watches, but you are a legend. We love you. I love you. I don't give a fuck.
I love you, Beans.
Let's get together outside of here, but I appreciate you coming on. I can't wait to hear more of your nonsense. Like your life is amazing. You really are a fucking strong, tough motherfucker, and I respect the hell out of you.
Love you, Beans. Thank you for having me on, man. I appreciate you guys.
Hey, I still don't know what you look like, but
hey,
nice
look at the picture.
I can't see the fucking picture.
See his
fucking
look. Look at his tits right there. You see it?
That's all
That's
I see. His head's cut off.
I cut off to protect his identity.
Just pretend I'm a good-looking motherfucker.
Just put a big bold head and a goatee. He's a mean-looking motherfucker, but he's
the
sweetheart.
same as all of them.
All right, I'll see you next week, brother.
Thank
Love you guys. Be
Go-
good.
Go continue. Be safe. All right, brother. All right, bye bye.
Thank you, brother.